Hello everyone and welcome back, and this will be your weekly general reading for the sign of Gemini for the week of March 23rd. Sorry about the racket. Got the cat going in and out her door, and I got the neighbor cutting the lawn. So sorry for the outside noise. But at this time, I would like to thank each and every one of you out there for whoever is subscribing to my channel and helping it grow and getting it noticed, as well as all the thumbs up on all the videos that you've watched and hitting the hype button. Wow, that is so nice. And of course, all the lovely comments. It is so truly nice to hear from you that you appreciate the channel, you've subscribed to my channel. It resonated. You're feeling very fortunate. So wow, thank you for saying all those wonderful things. All right, Nine of Rods. So definitely standing your ground on a decision that you've made recently, something that you wanted to change. You have taken the steps necessary to begin. It looks like you're feeling as if you have to defend your choice against others. Maybe people are not being so kind about the choices that you're making, but you're not asking permission, you're telling them, and you're standing behind your words. You're feeling more empowered this week with your decisions going forward. And the Page of Wands. So definitely making strides moving forward. You know, this is a message you're going to hear from somebody that you haven't heard from for a while. And it could be at a long distance. This could be related to just enjoyment, talking back and forth. This could be requiring you to travel for work. So if you've, put out a resume to go and work at a certain destination, you're probably going to get that answer this week, but it will require that you move fairly quickly on this. This opportunity, is right here, and you need to either say yes or no and move forward. So you are definitely hearing some wonderful news this week that is very positive, uplifting, and it helps you to feel much stronger in your convictions and your choices. And the Page of Cups. It looks like for many of you, you're getting some really good news about somebody that you have had your eye on for a while, for some of you, in the romantic aspect. Or this could be somebody approaching you saying, hey, I've been watching you for a while, would you like to go for a coffee? But there's some sort of means of communication with this other party, either them to you or you to them, to break the ice, to get to know one another, to find out whether it's viable or not going forward. But it is definitely unexpected to you. So that's nice. Oh, look at the collaboration. The Three of Pentacles. So there's collaboration, getting together, people coming to you for some answers. But you are already taking an interest in something. So you're studying it. It's reading books on it, looking on the internet, just trying to get answers. And you're quite enthused with it, like you really want to know more. And you're realizing that it can actually be very viable. So you're feeling quite good about this choice. You're willing to put time, energy, and effort into this. And like I said, it looks like a collaboration. Maybe somebody's asked you to dig into something a little bit deeper. And the Six of Cups. So nostalgia, looking back at a much more youthful time in your life. Just reminiscing, seeing how far you've come, enjoying yourself when things were such, so much simpler, and you weren't worried about whether somebody did or didn't like you. It just was. You hung around together, and that's what it was. And it sort of puts back that useful atmosphere around you again, the optimism back. So you are really understanding that Things are changing quite quickly for you in a positive way, and it helps you to remember stuff from your past in a much more happier time. Oh yeah, 2 of Wands. So definitely looking out to your future, what your next move is going to be, where you're going to wind up, where you're going to land. You're feeling very optimistic. You have a great outlook this week on new adventures, new opportunities, and that looks like they're literally coming right to you, which helps you to feel that you've earned it. You know, you didn't have to do anything extraordinary for it to wind up on your door, but it feels like you were thinking about it and then it showed up. So you're very optimistic this week of what's going to happen in the very near future for yourself. 3 of Cups. Celebration. Invitations. Get-togethers. This could be a graduation, backyard barbecue, you know. Oh, there's so many things to celebrate in life. There really is. And you are getting invited to go. And you are going with such optimism. And it helps you to get accepted by others, just because you have that aura about you right now. As you like walk through the room, everybody sort of looks at you and goes, oh, okay. You know, that sort of attitude. You're just bringing out the best in yourself. People want to be around you. People want to talk to you. They want to invite you to different, you know, things going on. And you're all in and quite enjoying it. So this is a celebration that is really going to give you a lot of answers for yourself. Oh yeah. The Knight of Cups. You have an opportunity, for a lot of you, for a brand new romance. You know, this is either you or them or both really wanting to know each other. Like, you got a crush on this person like nobody else. You know, and you are now willing to wear your heart on your sleeve, offer them that cup of love, see where it goes, and you are so optimistic. It's a beautiful thing to watch. It looks like for some of you, you may meet this person on a trip, you know, and you are going to be so ecstatically drawn to one another. Yeah, this is incredible, and it's so innocently done. This could be somebody who comes in to offer help to you or you to them, and they just sort of go, oh, they are so, you know, that person for me. And though you weren't approaching it with that in mind, it's what's coming out of it. So this turns into a very beautiful beginning. Wow. I love it. I do. That is such a nice thing to see. And the Temptress. Yeah, see? You're willing to put your toe in the water. See what comes out of something. You're not overthinking it, stressing it, worrying about it. You're just going with the flow. There's harmony here. There's meditation. There's stability, balance, and finding the meaning that makes you feel good. So this is just such a lovely reading for this new opportunity in romance. I'm pretty sure of it. And it's going to be so innocently coming together. Yeah, the Moon card, picking a new pack, going a new way, starting to take care of yourself, feeling more in charge of your life. And you're taking care of yourself and your health. You know, some of you are no longer indulging in overeating, over drinking. We all do it. Everybody does. But now you have admitted to yourself that you want to look a certain way or be a certain way, and understanding you are the only one who has the power over this change. And you're doing it. You're picking a whole new path for yourself. And it is going to be an exciting beginning. Oh yeah. The Chariot. And there's your excitement. Boy, are you ready to go. Like, let's do this. You know, what's taking so long? Like, you are just geared to move. You're motivated, you're making progress, you're taking action. Boy, you could push over a mountain with a toothpick. You know, you have the willpower and control and the desire and the courage. So you are just charging forward into these new wonderful things in your life. And you're not second guessing it or anything. You're just going with it as it comes to you. And the Page of Swords. So there is definitely, you know, some people talking, whatever. You know, you're not listening anymore. If there's friendships or relationships that just don't, you know, quite fit anymore, you're okay with letting them go. You're not second guessing this anymore. You're feeling that something has changed. And maybe it's just you, but you're doing this because you know it's time to change this whole new path for yourself. No longer sitting on the back burner, no longer sitting on the line. You know, you're making sure that your words get their point across and you're moving forward on something absolutely new in your life. And the Seven of Wands. Ah, look at the decision. You're standing there, you've made this decision, you know what you have to do to go forward, you're taking action, and you're not slowing down, you're not stepping back. You're realizing this is the best move for you, for your future, and you're going for it. So you're standing your ground on this decision. Somebody is trying to, you know, demeanor it, whatever. You're not having any of that. You know, that's why a lot of the relationships in your life, you're cutting them out of your life because you're realizing that they don't quite fit anymore. Maybe you've grown, you've changed, and people have a hard time to accept that. They, you know, put you in a certain way of life and how you look and how you act and how you should be. And when you're not that anymore, people don't understand. It's not that you owe them an explanation. You've just grown out of it. All right, we're going to get one more tarot card to see if we can get any more insight into this. But this really does look like a wonderful reading for yourself. You know, there's love, there's opportunity, there's new beginnings. Wow. All right. And the King of Cups. So sitting in your power and strength. New opportunities, you know, you're motivated to making these changes. Any problems, you're dealing with them. You're not letting them just, you know, fester and sit. No, you're taking the leadership role in this, and you're have the strength, want, need, and desire to change your future. And that's what you've decided to do. Wow, you're pulling out all the stops. You're pursuing something special, and you know it. So you're not going to just do nothing. You've made a decision. You're doing it very calm, very thoughtfully, but you are definitely taking action this week on new opportunities and relationships in your life. You're literally changing you and your atmosphere, and you are feeling much more sure about this decision as well. All right, and your Oracle card. Reach out to others for assistance. Poor timing for a career change. Feeling challenged by money issues. You'll be okay. And on that note, I will say goodbye for now. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll definitely talk to you again next week. Bye for now.